first job I'm at today. It's a 2-bedroom flat, just around the corner from where we were yesterday, funnily enough, from the other flat we did. This one is not clean at all, and it's heavily marked and worn throughout. And there's quite a lot of mold and damp around the windows and in the bathroom. So I'll show you around, and yeah, enjoy. Right then guys, let's have a look. So this is the 2-bedroom flat I'm referring to. It is heavily marked throughout. You see the scuffs over there behind the chair as you walk in. That's pretty much the state of it throughout. I don't know how well you can see it, but look at the light switch. It's very heavy discoloration around it there. To be honest with you, the entrance hall is probably about passable as far as all the rooms go in the property. But even in this one bit of entrance, it's quite marked and worn throughout. You see all the scuffs there. Yeah. Just not a very nice look for someone who's going to move into this tomorrow. The property is due to be cleaned, so we can obviously disregard some dirt. But then you look at the flooring in the bathroom, this is heavily stained, it's ripped, it's not going to change. This is going to be how it is for the tenants for as long as they're living here. And I don't know what they're going to do about some of the issues in here. So the mirror over there, you see it's heavily worn. It's not too important, but the grouting is so discoloured in the bath area, and the bathtub's heavily marked as well, as is the windowsill, so that's not going to change either before the tenants move in. And yeah, the bathroom's quite battered and worn throughout. Moving on into the first bedroom on the left hand side, it is a fully furnished apartment. This room isn't particularly bad compared to the other bedroom. The walls are marked at a high level, the carpet is stained, and there is some mold and damp around the windows as well. See the stains on the floor there and by the bed. Heavily worn windowsill with mold and dirt in the ceiling all around the window frames. Not a particularly good look for someone who's moving into this property tomorrow. I'd be intrigued to see what the cleaners can do with this one, to be honest with you. I don't think it's having a crazy deep clean of carpets and whatnot. It's just having a general clean, so it's not going to change too much in terms of the carpet state. Moving on to the kitchen lounge. Walls are heavily marked within the lounge area. You can see the big scuff marks on the far side there behind the dining table, and then also lots of rub marks on the walls as you enter the kitchen area. Tiles are quite greasy and dirty throughout above the kitchen worktop. There's a rip in the laminate by the kitchen sink unit, and there's heavy scuffs on that wall there. Don't know how well that shows on camera, but hopefully you guys can see it. You can see the big heavy scuff marks there. The furniture is already old and dated. Table and chairs is heavily worn. Sofa's scratched and worn. And you've also got some mold and damp in the corner behind the curtain down here. Something for the agent to keep an eye on there. Then you've got more scuffs and marks on the right hand side as you enter, just over there, particularly around the light switch, as usual, is usually the case. Moving on into bedroom 2, again very similar layout to the first bedroom, but this one's way more heavily marked and worn, so you can see the scuffs and marks, I hope, on the camera. This one does have a lot of mold and damp present in the window recess area, as you can see. The blind as well is heavily worn, it's ripped, it's fraying, it's stained, it's dirty. I don't know why you wouldn't just remove it, it's that bad. There's lots of discoloration and scuffs present at a high level, particularly on that side of the room and around the light switch. And then moving on into the worst room of the flat is the bathroom. You see that discoloration there, that's all mold and damp below the window and around the window again. Heavily worn window sill and lots of paint flaking within the window recess and on the ceiling because there's a lot of moisture getting in. The shower grouting again is absolutely disgusting in this one. It's filthy. The shower tray is discoloured and stained. There's corrosion on the chrome fittings. Anyway guys, that is the 2-bedroom flat, the first job of the day. Hopefully the next one's a bit better. Alright, so just had another job come in as well, so I'm going to go do that job after I've had some lunch. So I've got a meal deal today from Tesco, and today I went for the salted caramel fulfilled bar, this one right here, and then the chicken Caesar, and the lime Pepsi Max. It's actually really good. Don't knock it unless you tried it. Let me know what you think of my meal deal. Rate it down in the comments below. It's actually pretty ideal, you know. I'm at Tesco and my next job is across the road over there. It's busy. Okay, so on to the next property. Luckily, this is a brand new 2-bedroom unfurnished flat that came in last second, and the keys are available to pick up on site as well. This is the old Anglia Ruskin building, the University Centre Peterborough. It's been empty for a long time. They've converted it into over 100 flats and apartments. The kitchen lounge looks really sleek and very modern. As you can see, you've got the black sockets throughout. You've got the smaller bedroom of the two, or what I would personally probably use as an office space. Again, good size, but not too big in that respect. On to the next bedroom, the master bedroom if you will. You've got the black wall mounted lights and sockets as well. They look really nice when they're turned on. It's a bit of an upgrade from the other ones in this building, which are a bit less high spec than this, but they still look really nice. The bathrooms are the same pretty much in all of the flats in this building, but they are really nice, very modern, and of course very grey like everything else is these days. And into the main bathroom as well. It's a very good sized bathroom. It looks really, really nice. And yeah, thankfully, it's a bit of a step up from what we just saw a minute ago. And the last thing to show you is the balcony over here, when I can open the doors. It's not the biggest balcony in the world, but it is a nice little bonus touch. It's quite a slimline balcony if I'm being honest, but again, thankfully, it's much better than what we just saw. Alright, so slight change of plan. I got my hair cut after doing my last few jobs. I finished up my day with a couple of small checkouts and check-ins on a few studios in the local area where I live. And yeah, that was me done. Then went to get my hair cut, like I said, and I'm feeling a bit more refreshed now. It's really pissing me off hanging in my face, to be honest with you. I like the fringe being longer, but I don't like the fact that it just gets on my head and just annoys me. So I'm feeling much better. After being in that nasty house this morning as well, I'm glad to not be there because quite frankly, I honestly can't believe that someone is even moving into that, let alone has accepted or wanting to put a holding deposit down on that, knowing there's no work that are going to be done. And someone's like, yeah, I'll take that. The standards are actually on the floor, mate. But that just shows you the difference between, you know, the first job and the second job. They're both the same size. The second one took me half an hour. The first one took me an hour and a half. It's just a shame that the living standards can be so vastly different. It's not a fair comparison because the second one is brand new. But in my eyes, if you were a landlord, you'd want to keep your properties in good condition. You should still just want to look after your tenants a bit better than that. The standards should be a bit higher. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, that's it guys for today. Hope you have enjoyed this one. I'll catch you guys tomorrow.